Yo then guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to be doing a bunch of different things all around the same topic. The AnesonGib versus Jake Paul fight. Of course, this is going to be a big thing, especially this week on the lead up to the actual fight. So before anything, I will be doing a reaction video. Turns out that because it's in Miami, it's at 4 a.m. on Friday morning. So it means that I have to go to work, wake up at 5:30 tomorrow morning for work, or no, it will be tomorrow morning for you guys, yeah. So I have to wake up tomorrow morning for you guys at 5:30, go to work, get there for 7 a.m, work till 7 p.m, maybe have a little nap, go grab some food, go grab some snacks from Morrison's or whatever, and be here, record and edit till 4, watch the fight, record it, edit the fight, upload the fight, and then go to bed at probably about 8:30 in the morning Friday. Which could be a flipping interesting one, but we're going to get it done. But anyway, really quickly, we're going to do, as the title says, a reaction, because there is a little clip, it's only 1:50, I believe, of Jake Paul and AnesonGib having a face-off in Miami. Now, really quickly, I haven't watched the face-off, but I watched a couple interviews where the thing that they were on like a rooftop, but there was no like barriers around them. So if things kicked off, someone could have easily fallen to their death, which is a little bit mental. But either way. Okay, so yeah, it's 1:49. Jake Paul squares up and raises fists to AnesonGib as the pair face off in Miami. Let's go. Who is this, IFL? Yeah. We film stuff. Okay, so it's not even 1:40. It's quite loud. Okay, here we go.
Guys, back up, please. Can we clear the back, please?
Oh, shit.
You know.
Oh, shit. He looks really focused. And he looks really confident in himself. They both look confident in themselves, but you know what I mean.
Right here, right this camera, please. Right here.
He looks angry.
Can we clear the background a little, please? A little more.
2 steps more, boys.
Interesting.
Why are you breathing so heavy?
Good when you're ready, Frank.
Look, he's not smiling, and he like
He's done. Good whenever you want, Dad.
too, you know.
nothing back. Jeez. Yo, what's going on there? I know that you have to take a fight seriously, but like, I don't know. There's a little bit like, is he a little bit too emotionally invested in this? It's the last thing you want is to get emotional. Like, I'm not like, emotional can mean many different things, whether it's you hate the guy, whether the guy upsets you, whether the, like, you know.
So you just hang out, maybe a little separation?
Even if you like the guy, that can be seen as like, you know, emotions. Okay, so that was it.
All right, let's get the rest of the fight.
Fair enough.
All right, guys, this is going to be a wide shot, so I need everyone.
He looks a lot more confident in himself. It's just like he said in the 40 Days documentary, if that's what you can call it, that he'd never been in one of them situations, so it was a little bit like nerve-wracking for him at first, as expected. Like, this is his first professional debut, where he's in with, you know, media and all this kind of stuff. Jake Paul doesn't look nervous at all. He looks amped for the fight. He looks like he just wants to get in there and show us what he can do and throw some punches. Essentially, I just used that for clickbait pretty much. Reaction video of Jake Paul and AnesonGib face off. That's pretty much all I use that for. So if you want to come at me for using that for clickbait, then go for it, because yeah, pretty much. To get views, it's hard round here, okay? You need a good title. But anyway, I wanted to also talk about the video that went live on Viddal Riley's channel, where he was basically like a day in the life of a coach or whatever it was. And he brought up some interesting little, it was quite a cool video to watch, just because like you got to see an insight of what he is like as a coach. Just before I do that, something that I found really interesting from watching IFL TV, I've watched loads of interviews today, especially on Joe Weller, on Viddal, AnesonGib, and Viddal was saying how like most people think that or most people know him from training KSI, whereas he was training AnesonGib from like 2016. So I think he met JJ in 2017 through AnesonGib. So basically, AnesonGib was hiring him to be his personal trainer because he was 100 kg at the beginning of 2016. And he basically went up to him. Viddal had no idea, he said, what YouTube was, like what he did for a job at all. He just knew he had money because AnesonGib came up to him and was like, right, I will pay you your first month now. So Viddal was like, okay, I knew he had money from the get-go. I just assumed it was because he was from like, Arabia or somewhere around that. So he had money. He grew up with money. And that slowly but surely, as they trained more together and as he helped him more, he told, AnesonGib was telling him about YouTube and all this other stuff and how he makes his money and yada, yada, yada. So from what we all believe isn't actually the truth. Without AnesonGib, he wouldn't have been involved in any of this, and he wouldn't be involved with the Mayweathers and be signed by them, which is still mental to me. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but like this whole YouTube, I knew this whole YouTube thing could do things like that, but like actually seeing it, because he said in the video that he wasn't going to go pro till this year, October time, after the Olympics. So yeah, fair play to the guy. He's already 3-0, so fair play. But I'm not too sure when camp began for AnesonGib, but in the video where Viddal's training him, he said that he's 13 days in. So they're in the gym, and the main thing that they were focusing on is where your weight is. Like what punch to throw or what hand to throw in regards to where your weight is. So if your weight's on your left side and you're like, like this, then throw with your left. And he was getting him to put his whole body into it and not just to like throw your fist at the guy. He was talking about AnesonGib is a lot more powerful, like even more powerful than he thinks. Like he's able to push professional fighters, but if he actually put his whole body into it and focused on power, then he'd be able to get rid of professional fighters, like knock them out. This is going to be a very, very interesting fight. Straight up, just the same as what everybody else says. I believe that if he can manage to go in and, create no space and just make it a little bit of a dirty fight, I reckon AnesonGib will walk away with this, like with the W. Whereas if Jake Paul manages to keep some space between them, kind of jab his way out of it a little bit, keep it to like a technical fight, then I think Jake Paul could win this. As I've always said, Jake Paul's the more technically gifted boxer. Although to be fair, seeing AnesonGib face Sensei, he's a nutter. Like an absolute nutter. We already knew this, but they were doing 9 rounds, 3 minutes each. And in 9 rounds, in the 9th round, he threw like 136 punches, which is like unheard of. Like that's to be in the 9th round for someone like him, who was 100 kg, opening FIFA packs for a living. Bearing in mind he's throwing like 108 punches every other round. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. Like the more exhausted the guy gets, the more he throws himself into it. So obviously they didn't show the sparring footage. Like they didn't show him fighting. They just showed Viddal and his reactions to it. But literally every single round he came back like could hardly breathe. And after the minute was up, he wasn't heavy breathing anymore. He was just breathing normally, which is fucking ridiculous. The guy has a massive gas tank, and it's going to be very, very difficult to run that out. The one thing that Viddal always shouts at him, which I kind of like, is, "You don't feel pain." Like, what's that? You got punched in the stomach? You don't feel it? Do you feel pain, Gib? Do you feel pain? And he's always just like, no. And he just gets straight back out there, whether he's been, punched in the stomach, whether he's not like anything. He's straight back out there, which I love. The guy is clearly not right in the head, but it's kind of what you need for this fight. Yeah, so all they were really focusing on was power and being able to, explode with the weight. Well, where the weight is, you shift your weight. So if your weight's on this side, then you're going to throw your whole body into it. And this could be a very, very interesting fight. And I think it's going to be a lot more interesting than Logan and KSI, just because they both look so up for it. Like, there's not going to be any, oh, I sneezed 3 times. There's going to be no excuses. There's just that I just feel like it's going to be a war, like an absolute war. But there we are. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. I apologize if this is a little bit of a short video. I'm just trying to get out as much content right now as I possibly can, because the fight is on Friday morning for me, as I say. So yeah, it's just trying to push everything together. If there's a face-to-face, then I will get that out tomorrow. No doubt I will upload this video, go home, and then the face-to-face will be uploaded. But hey, if that's the case, I will finish work at 7 p.m, come straight to the office, and grind it out. Do you know why? Because we're fucking smashing this YouTube game. But yeah, if you're excited for the fight, then let me know. Smash the like button, comment what it is down below, subscribe. I can't wait for Friday. I'm going to be there. You better be there. And we're going to have a fucking great time reacting to this. I'm so stoked for it. This is where we're going to end the video. As I said, smash the like button, subscribe, share the video around, do all that good stuff. And I will see you either tomorrow or early Friday. I'm fucking stoked. See you in the next video, guys. Peace.